Hi, I'm Tati, and these are some strange bookish facts. So this is the 10 strange bookish facts tag, and I first saw it on Kara's channel, Wild Book Garden, and so I will link her video and the original tag video in the description. So basically the point of this tag is to just share 10 random, strange, bookish facts about yourself. While I haven't done this specific tag before, I have done similar tags to it, so I can't promise that all the information in here is like fresh and new. However, I have been really enjoying watching this tag, so I wanted to give it a shot. So number 1, the format in which I read a book for the first time affects how I remember it and how I feel when I reread it. For example, if I read a book as an ebook, and then I think back on it, I'm going to remember it in night mode because that's how I read all the time. And I'm just going to remember it as an ebook. And if I want to reread it, it's a little bit strange if I like buy the physical book and then try to reread it as a physical book. It feels like a really different experience even though it's the same story, and I don't know why that is. I would actually prefer rereading the book in the same format I read it in the first time. I don't know if this applies to audiobooks because I haven't ever tried to reread an audiobook. Number 2 is that I have actually been really liking ebooks like this last year or even longer. I like them as much as reading physical books now, which was not the case in the past. I might even like them a little more, but I always read them on my phone. I don't have an e-reader, I do have a tablet, but I just prefer to have them on my phone. I don't mind reading it on a small screen, and it's just very convenient because I always have my phone with me to just, if I'm ever bored or anything anywhere else, or if I'm in a time crunch because I'm doing a readathon, and you can read it in the dark. Number 3 is also pertaining to ebooks, and that is that I wish when you bought a full price hardcover book, you could get a download of the ebook of that same book. Kind of like when you buy a movie, like a Blu-ray or something, they will give you a code to get the download of that movie. That is something that I would really like, and I haven't got into how that would affect the book industry or publishing or anything like that. That's just something that I saw was being done with movies, and I wish I could have it for books as well. Number 4 is I am horrible at remembering specifics from any books I've read all the time, no matter what it is. On one hand, this makes it kind of hard to do reviews, to gather all my thoughts together after reading a book. However, I don't really hate it because I think it's part of the reason why I love rereading so much. This just means that I really should write up reviews as soon as I'm done reading a book or as I'm reading it. And number 5, along those same lines, because I'm horrible at remembering and love rereading, when a new book in a series comes out, I will reread all the previous books in the series before reading that book. This one is also because I love to binge read series, and even if I'm reading a series as it comes out, then I can kind of still get that binge reading experience. Number 6, also on rereading, I am someone who, if I love a book enough, as soon as I'm finished with it, I want to start it over again at the beginning and go through it all over again. Number 7 is I actually really enjoy just sitting outside to read. This seems like a pretty obvious thing, but I only really realized it when reading a book outside was a challenge for a readathon. Number 8, I don't actually care too much about changes that happen between a book and its adaptation. Like, if there are really noticeable changes, I will probably point them out, and I might even blame them as the reason I don't like the adaptation, but most of the time when I'm going into an adaptation, whether it be a movie or a series, I know that it's not going to be exactly the same as the book, and I do go into them wanting to like them. Number 9 is that I am horrible at TBRs. As you may have noticed from my little failed TBR experiment at the end of last year, I don't know what it is, but as soon as I say I want to read a book in a TBR, I lose all motivation to read it. That being said, I seem to do kind of okay if it's a TBR for a readathon and the books fulfill challenges, but monthly TBRs just don't work for me, and I may regret saying that later when I try to do it again because I forget how much they don't work for me. But right now, monthly TBRs just don't work for me. And that being said, I also really do love participating in readathons. Let me know some readathons you love or you think I should participate in the comments. And finally, number 10 is that I sometimes skim ahead in the books I'm reading, which is horrible, and I hate myself for doing it because it doesn't enhance my reading experience in any way. Sometimes it makes it worse. But it's just that sometimes I know a certain thing is gonna happen and I want to see it happen and I have no patience. I'm going to tag Megan from Head Over Books and Amy from Book Girl Abroad. And anybody else who's watching this and wants to share 10 strange bookish facts about themselves. And that was the tag. Let me know in the comments one strange bookish fact about you, and you can also let me know if you've done this tag. I have a new video every Friday, so subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye. Yes? Maybe? This is the 10... No, that's not what I wanted to say. Ugh. The lighting seems off, and I don't know why, but we're just going with this. In which I should get my phone. Curls are so bouncy. I love it. During the biannual Billy-a-thon, I'm just rambling on and on and on. Sorry. That was 5 minutes on one question. That is not all staying in there. And number 5, and this whole video might just be me trying to justify how much I love ebooks right now. It was a challenge. Kind of like how when you buy a CD, you can get a free download of that CD. No, it's movies. Oh my gosh. Number 8. I was doing so well. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tag people, but I forgot to write down everybody. Oh, my phone is right here. Ugh. I'm so stupid. I have a new video every Friday, so subscribe if you want to see more. I don't say what time on Friday because sometimes it's down to the last minute on Friday. But it'll be up. Hopefully. Let's see, what's a good thumbnail? The phone should be in it because I talked a whole mess about ebooks. So, book, phone, can you see that that's my phone? Oh, did I get that long enough to take a picture? To take a screenshot? I don't know.